What's going on, everyone? Clark Bartram here with Transformation. And I am talking about taking your fitness from one level to the next. So, as always, I like to bring you high-level athletes that have used their physical prowess to either make a living or make a statement in life. And this man that I'm about to bring you right now has done both of those. He's made a living from his physical prowess, and he's also making a statement. And that statement is, hey, NFL, I can still play. I'm not old.
Hell yeah.
So I have Nick Novak with me right now. So right here he is, ladies and gentlemen. NFL kicker right there. So what's up, everyone?
What's up, guys?
All right. So I'll let you catch your breath here real quick. Have you ever used a TrainingMask before?
The first edition. It's first time with this one.
Okay. So
love it. It's difficult, but I definitely feel a difference. It's hard to breathe.
yeah, right? Yeah. So tell me, what did you feel? So the idea that I gave you, I wanted you to work in between your sets. So where you typically would be resting in a normal workout, I wanted you to work by dialing the mask up to 6. What was that initial feeling just from that alone in the first few minutes?
You got to work very hard to kind of catch your breath, and then I believe it's going to help me recover faster in between sets, like it would if I was running some intervals or sprints and a short rest break. I can just recover quickly without taking a big break.
Right.
But yeah, I love it. I love the way it makes me feel. It's almost like doing a bench press and then straight to a pull up or something, a push pull. Then you got this on. It just makes it twice as hard.
Right. That's good. I mean, that's what we want. We all want to work harder in less amount of time, right?
Yeah, I think you're taking the appropriate rest, but this is helping. Kind of depending on what your goal is. For me, it's strength and endurance, but also I think this helps build both of those, especially when I'm recovering. And I think it'll help me in my kicking game too, as far as when I feel like my heart rate's going up or there's some kind of stimuli, a kick's coming up, and I need to relax and just go through my routine.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. How many game-winning kicks have you had just in the NFL alone?
Over 12. There's some that I can name with the Chargers and with the Texans, with the Redskins. I'm also counting. I count everything within 2 minutes. 2 minutes at the end of half. I consider that a big situation.
Yeah.
2 minutes at the end of the game. Even kicks that are putting your team up by 2 scores, with 4-minute offense. The other team, they got to drive in. Things like that are also, in my mind, big situations. So.
Okay, so in a big situation, how important is it for you to control what's happening in your body, right? What is the first thing that happens when you see a situation? You're a situational player, right? A situation comes up and it's like, oh no, they're about to call my number. This is what I've trained for. Do you still get nervous in those situations?
No, I believe I thrive in those just because I've been through them so many times.
Right.
And the longer you play, you go through the ups and downs of being a pro kicker. That happens. I think it's the guys, the ability that can bounce back and make the next kick and not let it affect them. So I've had a lot of good kicks that I can think about.
Okay.
That used me for and that helped me with my next kick. So breathing is a major thing.
Right.
When you breathe through it, you got to breathe through it. There's a few techniques I've learned, and I think the experience that I've had through the league and being able to practice that in games has helped a lot. Breathing's everything. You got to really control your heart rate, your pulse, and then you want to be calm when everything else is going chaotic.
So when you were doing that Kaiser runner just now, and it was getting a little bit chaotic physically, right? Your body your heart rate goes up, your breathing starts to become harder. Do you think that by using this mask, controlling your breathing, do you think that could help you in situations in life where breath is important?
Absolutely. This doesn't get much harder than this, where you have to, when you're breathing that hard, doing a sprint interval on a runner, you feel like you're near death, and then you're able to get off of it and recover in half the time probably without it once you take this thing off. And then I do an interval. It's probably going to help me tremendously. But
okay.
As far as kicking goes, my heart rate rarely gets above probably 135.
Well, you're a veteran.
Right.
You're someone that's been around, and that's why I say, age is just a number, but training is important as we age. And having every element. It's not just about biceps for you, it's about controlling your breathing, it's about controlling the thoughts that are going on in your mind. And that's my point in this mask, is I believe that that can help people with conscious breathing and really being able to slow down what happens here and what happens here.
Yeah, I think I totally agree with that. This also makes it tough, man. This is a mental toughness trainer too, and your mind controls a lot of things. When you feel like quitting, there's so many things in life you go through where maybe you're afraid to do a backflip or something. You just don't think it's possible, and then you got this thing on, and it makes everything so much more difficult. And then you just train with it. It's like anything. You train with it, you get better, and you get used to it, and it's making my workout.
Right on.
Good stress.
So if you could give me one word to describe that mask, what would it be?
It's brutal.
Yeah, there you
But
go.
it works.
You heard it. NFL veteran kicker right here, Mr. Nick Novak, ready to go back and do what he does, ladies and gentlemen, and that is win. Win.